Recommendations on LinkedIn? What, like that helps? Of course it does! Check out this video right now on how not only to get recommendations, but why you should get them. Hey, welcome to the Millionaire Recruiter. I'm Brianna Rooney, your Millionaire Recruiter, and if you haven't yet seen this channel before, it is all about making you the next Millionaire Recruiter, so let's get to it. So today, this is all about recommendations on LinkedIn. Why do you need them? How do you get them? Those are two totally different things, but the bottom line is if you want to be that millionaire recruiter, then you need to show people that you do a great job, and that is what recommendations do. And here's the cool part, and here's the important things I don't think a lot of people realize is you don't only get recommendations from your successes. You gotta realize that you still did a good job with candidates even though you don't place them, right? So why wouldn't you get a recommendation from them? You still did a great job, it just didn't work out. So remember, when you're the millionaire recruiter, to be the millionaire recruiter, you need to find lots of different ways to make money off of things. And that's not just when you place somebody. That's doing great work, that's always paying it forward, that's getting those referrals. So recommendations can really make you shine. What's cool now, I mean, I've done this for about 12 years. Techies, my firm is 10 years old, which is amazing. But I am so lucky, knock on wood somewhere, I don't really have to go looking for clients anymore because now I have that all the recommendations on LinkedIn. You know, it's like street credit, and so people find me, which is amazing, which will really go back to why you need to have a really solid LinkedIn profile, which is a different video. So recommendations, it's very simple. First of all, do not be afraid to ask for a recommendation. That is something that has to be done, and you should be proud of your work. Now, the only reason why you should be nervous about asking for a recommendation is if you didn't do a good job, right? So you have great work habits, you pay it forward with your clients and your candidates, you take good care of them, right? So just a quick email through LinkedIn. If you need help with that, it's super simple on LinkedIn on how you ask. You go to your connections and simply have just a couple lines. Hey, it was wonderful working with you. You can put a little more detail on that if you want. Wonderful working with you. I would really love it if you could, give me a recommendation if you enjoyed working with me as well. Now you can see how it's like, if you enjoyed working with me as well. You don't say, because I know you enjoyed working with me. There's definitely those moments to be really confident, and there's moments where you have to be humble. This is this humble moment, okay? So yeah, it's a very simple email where you say, hey, I really enjoyed working with you in your search. Good luck with, let's say they went to Google, even though you had an offer for Facebook. Good luck with Google, definitely keep in touch. I would love it if you wrote me a recommendation. It really helps me out. Thank you so much, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Like if you have something that you guys connected on, maybe mention that, or if they're going on vacation, maybe mention that. It's just still a very thoughtful process throughout all of your recruiting. To be that millionaire recruiter, you have to be really thoughtful and cognizant of what's going on. So then you just really send that out to everyone you've worked with. So any candidate you've worked with. Clients is extremely important. That's how you get more clients. So I like to do that after I've had a successful relationship with a client. So this is the only difference. With candidates, regardless if you place them, you want recommendations from them, as long as you really were with them throughout their job search. I tend to do it with people that I at least had an offer with, but there's sometimes that you were really with it for someone's job search for a really long time. It's just they never got to that offer, which totally sucks for both sides. So I would still ask that candidate for a recommendation, but with clients, I never ask for recommendations unless they've actually hired with me. I think that that's really important. Now, if you want to be ballsy and ask your client before you got a hire there, go for it. I would not recommend it though. And I also wouldn't be super quick to get that recommendation. I would wait until that person has already started and is happy at the job. So you have a candidate start with your client, you fill it out a little bit, you're continuing to send resumes, great, you ask them for a recommendation. So that email would really go the same way with clients as it with candidates. You just be personal, just a couple sentences. Hey, Barbara, I've really enjoyed working with you at Google. I hope that so-and-so candidate, I would mention that candidate or mention a few candidates depending on when you, how many you've placed there and when you're asking for that recommendation. So I really hope George works out at Google. Definitely keep me posted. I would love it if you could write me a recommendation. It really helps out. Thanks so much. Looking forward to continue to working together, or having success together. But you always want to make it like you're not ending a relationship. Now, let's say the client only needed one role filled and that relationship is ending for right now. You mentioned, let me know as soon as you need more help. I really enjoyed working with you. Talk to you soon. Stuff like that. Again, it's a very personal 2 to 3 sentences and it shouldn't take long at all. And this should really be like clockwork. You need recommendations like up the wazoo. I like to say, you have like at least 20, right? Just go for it. And then you can never have too many recommendations. And again, this is your badge of honor and it's something that stays on your LinkedIn forever. And what's really cool is like back in the day, companies that was thinking about being a client of mine would ask me for, do you have references? I would actually call or email the other clients that I worked with, and that I did not enjoy. Luckily, that does not happen anymore. Every now and again, I do have a potential client say, hey, do you have any references I can call? And all I say is, actually, no, they're all on my LinkedIn profile, all my recommendations. Feel free to check that out. I don't do references anymore at all. And when I first said no, I felt really weird. I was like, oh my God, I'm kind of being a jerk. But I'm not. That's why I went out of the way to get recommendations, and that's why my clients did that and took the time to do it for me as well. So I'm not going to ask for for them to be an additional reference. So this saves a lot of time on so many different aspects, and again, it makes you look like a superstar and on your way to being the next millionaire recruiter. So get those recommendations right now. Oh, and one other thing. Sometimes you do get a little lazy with recommendations. Don't do that. But you can go back. You can have a whole list of whoever you placed, or whatever relationship was really great, and just send them all out at once. Maybe you can even set up something like do it monthly. At least hold yourself accountable monthly, quarterly, whatever you can really commit to. Don't go longer than quarterly. I have made that mistake before, so don't do what I did there. But again, I have so many now that it's just like, yeah, just check them out. So enjoy that, and don't forget, watch every Thursday. I love these new subjects that always come up, and then people asking questions. It really just helps me kind of flow and do these fun videos. And what's cool, what's happening here at Techies right now is we just hired a couple more people, actually 3 more people. And so I'm in the midst of training and doing the e-course. So you got to check out the millionairerecruiter.com. I actually train using my e-course. It's a lot of my face, but it saves so much time and it's pretty awesome. So I will see you next Thursday at noon. And don't forget that money is just a vessel that gets you to do all the amazing things that you want to do and accomplish in your life. So go get it. See you next week.